For the next couple of minutes, I'm going to talk about something that's familiar to everyone here in the room, and that's about how do I find information or data that's relevant to me and get it when I want it. In 2011, I was approached by a large Victorian government department with exactly that problem. And what they wanted to do was provide a system that could allow better, more relevant information to be delivered to their internal staff and to the public without having to have specialised knowledge of that data. They also wanted to reduce the cost of finding, creating and managing their online content. Then on top of that, they wanted to get a greater understanding of the effectiveness of the projects and programs for which they were responsible. In essence, what they wanted to do was connect together all of their systems, HR, content management, project management, and a whole range of other things, and put them all together. So it's a big ask. At the time that we were approached, we didn't know any system that could actually do that. So we started on the journey. And the early investigations that we had showed that the highly specialised nature of some of those databases meant that creating a centralised system was going to be both very difficult and very expensive. Compounding that, you may see it on the slides here, 3 times during the length of this project, the organisation went through a major restructure. So people and systems came into the organisation, other people and systems went out of the organisation. So we also had to deal with how to work with systems that are going to change over time. So we got together with a bunch of people, some we'd known before, worked with before, others we met along the way. They included archivists and historians from the University of Melbourne. It included organisational change management experts. It included technical design and programmers. It included subject matter experts within the organisation and outside of them. And they followed us, or they came with us on this journey where we built, or we created a case study, and then we built a prototype to demonstrate what we could do, and then we went through extensive user testing with that. And what we realised during this process was that most systems do not have the ability to capture context. And without context, it's extremely difficult to determine whether something is relevant to you. And it also makes it extremely difficult to deal with things that change over time. So we built Emma. And Emma is a lightweight web service enterprise-grade context engine. Don't know any other way to describe it. It's a set of APIs, so it's system agnostic. Any system that you want to talk to this can talk to it through the APIs and populate the metadata that we actually have here. It uses metadata to describe objects, whether they be digital or physical, and arrange those into collections, and then manage the relationships between those objects. So this effectively brings together all your data, just like the Tim Berners-Lee slide, comment on the very first slide. But Emma also adds context by introducing concepts from creators. Now, creators are obvious. They're people, organisations and teams that create stuff over time. Concepts describe why that information was gathered in the first place. So these are projects, programs and strategies that an organisation is working to achieve. And when we put that together with the relationships that you see joining all of these together here, we end up with this rich network which allows us to do some interesting and exciting things, such as automatic web publishing, whether it's on your website or a partner's website. And that's actually, to deploy that is 5 lines of JavaScript code. So we're really excited about that. But the other thing that we realised is that this is applicable in any application where you need to connect things, places and time. So in the legal area, those things might be evidence. In the finance area, they may be transactions. We had such a good time doing this that we decided to get together and form Eleos about 8 weeks ago. And we've already in discussions with both the Victorian Government and the University of Melbourne for additional R&D opportunities here. But what we need from you is the access and introductions to clients that you have in your area of expertise that might benefit by connecting their systems, people and data, because that's what we do. Come and see us later. you.